For this new AMS session. As always, I'm here with Sasha. Hello, Sasha.
Hey, how are you?
Doing pretty good. Sorry for the little. I'm a bit late, not because I was not here, but because now we're doing the live on YouTube and at the same time than Twitter. And I had a little problem on the first live. I didn't have the comment section open for everyone. So normally everything should be okay now. It's the new way for us to do live. We're doing on Twitter and mainly YouTube now. We try to push YouTube a lot because YouTube is the best for related to the live. So I hope everything will be okay. You can chat in YouTube to tell me if everything is okay now, just to be sure you have the at least the sound of everyone. I know my cam can be a bit laggy sometime. I will try to get a new one pretty soon. But yeah, bear with me on this. So how are you, Sasha?
I'm fine, thank you. So tell me, please, will we see the comments from both Twitter and YouTube? Sure.
Let me check the chat. No, because I had to use the for YouTube. I had to use the stream key and everything, and not the link of YouTube because I don't have the YouTube account. So
Okay, so the
you,
comments will be from Twitter, yeah?
yeah,
Any
and
questions?
if you want the chat from YouTube, you have to open YouTube page with the link of the YouTube if you want
Okay.
to see the chat in real time. But hello everyone, Pixie. I know you're on YouTube. Just tell me in the mod channel if everything is okay, at least for the sound. If it's okay for the comment. If everything is okay. Just in general. So just tell me if everything is good. Okay, so today we have a pretty big live because we have a lot of stuff to recap. Everything that was launched in the last few weeks, as usual. What we will cover today?
Yeah, we are going to cover a lot of topics. So, starting from survival mode that we just launched 2 weeks ago, and treasure hunt event that is coming on Monday, and our leaderboard updates that we did, and also preparing to do next. Account safe mode, by the way, that we just launched today, and a bit of our plans further.
Okay. So pretty big topic. We will start with the survival mode. The mode that was officially launched a few weeks ago before we had the test phase, and now we have
Yeah.
the official link. So how do you feel about the launch? What can you tell us about the first few weeks, first few days you have with the survival mode?
Overall, I see that it went pretty much as we expected. So, with the Wild Pass, we anticipated that sales would be around 300 passes for the first weeks, and that's roughly where we are. So, expectations actually matched here. So, for us, this launch was mainly about two major things. First, making sure that infrastructure works, the wild pass, the premium survival map, the rewards, the energy around the whole mode, and so on. The second, it's to validate that survival self work as a mode, so players enjoy this mode.
Okay.
So yeah, and of course, with now we are like we have our proof of concept. Yeah, now our second step starts, and with this second step, we are going to expand the mode, making it more fun, more varied, and at the same time, the major thing there will be balancing the rewards. So we now have a survival mode as a foundation, yeah, but of course there are some issues with balancing reward, and now when we see the stable engagement and understand players behavior in this mode, the next step for us is to focus on also to focus on players acquisition in and onboarding to this new mode, because like as we discussed previously on our previous lives, that's PvE or survival mode is our major new point to onboarding new players to the game.
Hmm. Okay, so the base is here. The first few days, few weeks that you're seeing, you kind of have the result you suspected to have on the white pass, on how people play, on the data you have on the game. So the base is here, and bigger thing can follow pretty soon, I guess.
Yeah, so first thing is to balancing rewards, because of course we see in all the feedbacks around rewards, and we see how players interact with survival mode and which rewards they get, and we want to balance it so it would be even more interesting. And then later on, we will think about expanding creating new maps, expanding, I don't know, maybe number of levels and so on.
Okay, that's really good. I finally unlocked the expert mode, so now I'm at the top difficulty in the PvE mode. I can't finish all the waves in the expert mode, so I'm just trying to get some rewards every day on the gacha system. And well, as we said before, like you have one map, you have to memorize all the waves and everything. So of course, at some point, I guess players can think that it can be a bit boring because it's only one map and everything. So the base is here, like I said, for several live now that I'm playing the PVE mode. The base is here. I think people really enjoy the PVE mode. The concept of the PVE mode in White Forest, I think, is pretty good success. But of course, there are many things to push to make it even more enjoyable. Of course, for more features, for more maps, more
Yeah,
campaign.
yeah, for sure. There are a lot of things that can be done around PvE, but yeah, let's take it step by step.
Of course, step by step. But it's good to see that, as always, White Forest is launching things to push players to try new things, to push new mods. As I always say, a game, Web 2 game or Web 3 game, as soon as you don't push any update, it's just the end of the game. You can be sure that the game is pretty, except of course. A tiny amount of title in the Web 2 gaming that can survive 10 years, but usually 95 plus percent of games who don't push any updates is a dead game. But we push updates, and we push the PvE mode, and that's what we like. Anything you want to add on the PvE mode, or you want to pass on the next topic?
No, let's go to treasure hunt.
Okay, so treasure hunt. Can you tell us what is treasure hunt and what can you expect with the new unit called Mistress? It's a bit different to what we had before. Just to remember, people, before we had fragment that we had to get with our lords, and with those fragments, you could get new units before anyone else. Now it's a bit different. Can you tell us a bit more about treasure hunt?
Yeah, yeah. Treasure Hunt is, as you said, as a new type of release for Wild Forest, type of release for new unit. For the first time, yeah, a new unit enters the game exclusively through NFT packs. They are just, I will share our infographic. I hope, of course, many of you already seen it, but still I will share. So yeah, we totally have 500, 5,500 packs, and the sale itself will happen in two stages. So on December 15th, on Monday, starting at 12 p.m. UTC, there will be starting a whitelist sale only for those who have their whitelists. And then day after, on 16th, on Tuesday, all the remaining packs that won't be sold during the whitelist sale will go to public sale. So the pack price is 10 USDC, and $2 from every pack goes to WF buybacks.
Oh,
So this
okay.
is the support token, yeah, as well.
Okay, so each pack $10, and $2 every time a pack is sold. At the end of the treasure hunt, the team will take $2 for each pack sold, and will buy some WF tokens
Mhm.
directly on the market with that.
Yeah, that's exactly right, like it.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So
So what we have inside the mistress pack for $10?
yeah, so inside the pack there are guaranteed rewards and some grand treasures, as we call them. So
Okay,
for guaranteed reward, you for sure will have one new mistress unit with random rarity from rare to mystic, and you see like
the percentage of
the
chance to get.
percentage, yeah, of
Okay,
chance to
so
get those
54
here.
for rare, 32% for epic, 11% for legendary, and 3% to get directly mystic unit.
Yeah. We know by the running machine that it's actually pretty good chance to get
It's
the
a fifty
mystic.
percent chance thanks to the run and gacha machine, but no, 3% is pretty high percentage, to be honest. So
Yeah.
out of 100 sales, there will be three mystic. And mystics units, when of course you level up, you need to level up,
Them up, yeah, right
level
away.
them up
That's why there is
right
some
away
gold. Yeah, that's
to
why
get a
there is
good
some gold
good
in
price on
shards.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, gold
Mhm.
shards. Okay, shards you can sell it to other players. I know. I sold myself some shards to top players. It's pretty good return. I got some nice run out of my shards, so it's also a nice way to pay back a bit of your pack if you're happy with your unit and you don't want to level up, or you level them up on the castle, for example, and you don't really need shards. It's a way to kind of. It's not really official, but just a tip from me if you don't know what to do with your shards.
Yeah, exactly. And there will be like unit specific shards, so available exactly for mistress.
Okay.
So, and you won't be able to get those shards as well in any other places, like only in this pack.
Okay.
Or of course, if you have wild shards, you will be able to level up mistress, but with like just passing the battle pass, you won't be able to get those shards. And there are like jackpots. Like I know you love this phrase,
Yeah,
this
jackpots.
word. Yeah. So for the jackpot or for grand treasures, we have 15 lords. It's 10 rare lords, 3 epics, and 2 legendary, and pretty a lot of other rewards like tokens, as you see here, wild shards, and some massive gold chests as well. So
Okay, so 500,000 gold. I don't really need that. I already have more than 1 million gold so it's not really what I'm aiming. 20,000 shard is really huge. I forgot what was the price of 100 shards, but it's pretty really good price. 1,000 WF tokens, 500 WF tokens is always good. And out of 5,500, you have 300 packs with 1,000 WF tokens, so you can kind of pay back a bit of your pack. And of course, we will try to get the epic lord, legendary lord, even in rare lord. At the moment, he's getting a good price. So
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
grand treasure like a jackpot. I will aim for the legendary lord, of course. I
And
think I
by the
have
way,
like
those lords are buybacked from the market.
okay,
So
so it's lord buyback from the market. Pretty
yeah,
good.
we previously
Um,
buybacked them, so now we're using it here.
Okay, so for people who got lords and everything, you have to get your whitelist directly from the website. Play
Yes.
White Forest. I already took my whitelist. I'm not sure I will use all of them, but for sure I will use some of them to try to get the grand treasure and trying to get the mystic directly. That could be a good unit in my team. And yeah, kind of like the grand treasure prices. Of course, WF tokens, we all want it, and we want to see it pump against Ron, but we also need to have Ron at a good price, which is not really the case at the moment. But okay, it's so you have a pack. You sure you have something? You sure you have the unit? At least you have gold and shards, but you can also get a little jackpot or a big jackpot directly out of the
True.
of the pack.
Mhm.
Can you also tell us, maybe for people who don't know, because we're talking about the pack and we're talking about mistress, what is mistress unit exactly? Well, can you tell us more about the unit
Yeah,
itself?
Mistress is a tier 2 unit, melee control unit. Her gameplay is about disruption mainly, pulling the key targets out of the position, creating openings for you to to win. She had two main abilities. It's lasso, its active ability. It pulls a selected enemy ground unit. The target can't move or attack while being dragged with this lasso. And the second one is Fury Trail. It's a passive ability that leaves a burning trail when you use the lasso. It damages and slows enemies on this path. Uh, Yet she can't target flying units or buildings
Okay.
with those abilities, but for like any other units, it's working. So,
Oh,
and flying units or alias units do not interact with the lasso trail. So,
so mistress is a bit like Blitzcrank in League of Legends. You
mhm.
kind of catch your enemy and you pull it over you. So it can be, I think, pretty good against Drumkeeper to get him out of the big pack of units. Could be pretty interesting to get him out of the pack. Uh, that's the only thing I'm
Or
thinking right
healer,
now.
maybe for
Or healer,
healer.
yeah. Some healer trying to get him into your own pack and trying to destroy him pretty quickly. Okay, and
Hmm.
burning trade to making damage and slow enemies. So which is also pretty
Hmm.
good because the speed on the map is also really important in White Forest. So okay, so if I buy a pack, the sale is on Monday. At
Yes.
least for the wait list. For the public, it will be Tuesday. As
Hmm.
soon as I'm buying the pack and I'm opening it, I can directly play the unit.
Yes, that's exactly like it. So you can play once you open the pack, you can play with the unit right away. And during the first months, Mistress will be available only through these packs. So after that, she will start appearing occasionally in unit chests, which you can get from Battle Pass and PvE. But it will be like on the any other unit.
Mm. Which
Uh,
is
so
a pretty low chance because we have tons of units.
yeah.
And honestly, to really get one specific unit you really want from the chest inside the game is pretty low. So if you really, really want to have this unit at least one time in your team, it's better to try and buy the pack. And if you even trying to get the mystic, it could be the good chance to get it.
Yeah, there is also a good chance that we may extend that exclusivity period depending on the feedback from Lords. So, as usual, Lords, we'd really love your opinion on that. So please share your thoughts in Discord. We are always in the our Discord chat, and let's talk about it as well
Okay,
here.
perfect. So we'll see everyone on Monday if you have a whitelist. Don't forget to share on the Discord or on Twitter with the hashtag Play White Forest to show what you're opening. We always like to see the openings of packs and everything. We want to see who is opening the Legendary Lord, who is opening the Mystic unit, or any jackpot we can get. So don't forget to share if you open packs. I will buy some. I will try to share what I get on my Discord, and I think it's always a good event to have in the game.
Yeah, repost guaranteed from us.
Repost guarantee if you're getting now if you're getting the rare unit, we don't repost, but if you get the mystic, we repost.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so see you everyone on Monday. We will open a lot of packs. So treasury, you think it's like a one time, or you think next unit will always be like this, or how do you see now that we experiment this?
This is experiments, and we want to see how it goes. If it goes well, we are actually planning the next unit release the same way on in January.
Okay, could be a new unit in January. That's
Yeah.
pretty short,
Oh, that's a way
short
on it.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. New unit always. New unit, new meta. Good for the game. Even for the PVE mode. Not only the PvP mode, but also the PVE mode. Maybe it will be easier to win with this new unit. And we hope to get the Mystic one. After Treasury Hunt and after PVE, we will get back to the main game of White Forest for a long time, which is the rank mode and leaderboard. Um, we got a little change the last few days. How do you feel about it? What is the vision about this new meta in the tour structure?
And honestly, we just did this update this week, and it's still very early to make strong conclusions. We changed the tour structure to 2 to 3 days, and of course, as expected, the feedbacks are very mixed. Some players like it, some don't, saying that it's too hard to compete so many days, like every time. And that's totally fine. We anticipated something like
Okay.
this. What's important for us right now is observation and data we are getting. Not opinions alone, but actual behavior in the leaderboard right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's I can get the players who say like getting new kind of new season every 2 days or 3 days is really tiring because kind of you never have a day off and everything. When
Yeah.
you had a 1 week season, it was nice because I couldn't play for 5 days or even 6 days, and I'm playing the last day and I can get to the top. The thing is, it's always the same. There is the thing for players and the thing for the game. It's good, of course, for players if you just play 1 day and you get the rewards. But for the game, it's not really good because outside of the last day, there was kind of no activity in the rank system.
Exactly.
And when you're thinking about new players coming into the game, they're not in Discord. They're not uh, checking if there are a lot of players or not. Like they're not following every data and everything. Like 90% of casual player, they just launch the game. They want to try to find a game and play against someone. So you have to think about those
Yeah.
players and think like, okay, he's getting on, like he's starting the game on Tuesday, and maybe he's buying nice unit to play the PvP mode, and he wants to play on Wednesday the rank game. If he doesn't have any game, then his experience is pretty bad. So he
Exactly.
doesn't know that he only has
And so
supplies
far,
on the last day and everything.
Mhm. And so far, actually, we do see the increase of ranked activity, which is actually positive, yeah, for us from the game side. And so more players are entering ranked, playing more constantly, and not only the last days of the tour. So, but once again, not enough time have passed. It's just the first week, and so we need to get more data, get more feedbacks, to say whether the structure is a final one.
Yeah, and each player, like, how can I say, experience is different. Like maybe you can say, oh, when we were playing only on Sunday or even like Monday morning, it was really nice because I just needed that to be at the top. But maybe think about player who can play on Monday and say like they really can play on Monday because they work really early on Monday. It's the new week of work and everything. They can do anything on the game. Then they can just not play the PvP game. But now that we play every 2 or 3 days, you have a new season. Maybe you can play 1 or 2 seasons during the week, and it's okay if he doesn't play the last season of the week. It's just like getting players all the time. I think it's more
Mhm.
the main goal of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess with the result you see, the data you see, and everything, there will be next move coming into the rank activity.
Yeah, yeah, of course. There are a few directions we are exploring now. First, it's adjusting rewards distribution, and changing the composition of rewards, maybe more players to reward, less players to reward, random rewards, and so on. So there are a lot of ideas we are now discussing, and also experimenting further with tour duration, deck restrictions, and so on. So actually, a lot of these ideas are being actively discussed with lures right now. So join us and discuss it.
Yeah, it's just I
Uh,
see the idea because one of the game launched on Ronan right now is Fableborn, and I'm playing Fableborn as like a free player. And their season is the same. It's like every 2 or 3 days you have something new opening on the game. Sometimes it's PvP, sometimes it's a PvE kind of gameplay, and it's kind of different. When it's PvE, it can be a bit different. There could be some restrictions. Sometimes you have to pay for 2 days. Sometimes you don't have to pay and you can play. So I think that will be the idea also for White Forest, trying to maybe change some few things on different season. Maybe it can be more interesting. Uh, maybe not. Maybe you won't have 100% of the players on each 2 day season. But if you have a good activity on each season, I think it's a good reward for the game.
yeah.
That's how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but what I see on Fableborn, what I see on different PvP game when you have a super long season, the activity is pretty different. So we have to try see the data, how player respond. Deck restriction,
Mhm.
I think at some point maybe for new players, stuff like that. It will be interesting to have at least one every 2 week or one every. I don't know the duration, but I think for new players it's also important. Maybe with super low rewards, like we say, maybe the
Yeah, we will try different stuff actually, and now the next change actively discussed. So because like we want to do it in a right way when there is restriction from like a minimum to maximum, and the decks of the players are like adjusted.
Mhm.
If you have like Mystic deck, it should be adjusted to like a rare. Limit, for example. So there, yeah, we had something similar before, and that's what we are working
Yeah,
on
and especially
as well.
now that your Mystic unit is not only earning on the PvP, but also now earning on PvE. So if you're losing a bit on PvP and you're earning a bit more on PvE, you can always find some balance, to not remove, of course, the because getting a super full team on Mystic is super hard or super expensive. So I get it, and I really understand that. And but we have to find a way to keep activation and getting more and more players on both mode. PVE is a bit different, but PvP is pretty hard to get. So I guess the team will try a different thing and see how it's going. But if any lords or any member of the of the community has any idea they would like to push, you can do it on Discord. I know now Sasha is I see her really active on the Lord channel to answer lords on their idea and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, because right now we are really interested in all the feedbacks, and really I pass these feedbacks daily. Like before, I did, of course, do it as well, but not so not so fast and not so like all the time, you know.
Mm,
Or like right now, the feedbacks really drives what we do. What so, if you are Lord, please join the discussion and share your thoughts. It's exactly the moment that feedbacks matters the most, especially about the ranked mode. At the same time, if you are not a Lord, please still speak up. In general chat, there we if we see strong and consistent feedback on the from the wider community about the like changes, of course, and especially if it differs from Lord's perspective, we absolutely take it in account because we want our game to be enjoyable for much more players. Yeah, for especially for new players as well. So please always go and share because we are really, really checking everything.
yeah, I saw there was some discussion about changing the timing of start or end season of tour. Is it
Yeah.
something you're checking with the team?
Yeah. We'll be announcing a poll about changing the tour start time for lures soon. So, of course, time zone matters a lot, and we want to understand how it works better for most players. Um, like, yeah, we will do the poll and see which time slot to starting the tour of the ranked mode will be better. Maybe we also will change the start of the bounty board season as well. We'll see to it. Um, yeah, so mm, this is one of the matters that community started, and we will look into it.
Yeah, that's the little
So
problem with
overall,
lot like when we're doing super short season. The start and the end of the season is super important. And time zone, you
mhm,
will always have someone complaining about time zone.
yeah, of
If you're good
course.
for European and Asia, you're pretty bad for America. If you're good for America, usually you're pretty bad for Asia or pretty bad for Europe. Uh, and you can say, oh, we have a lot of players in this time zone, but the main goal is also to get a lot of players from another time zone. So if you're only getting and you're only pushing for Asia, then you will never get European players because the time zone will never be good. If you're pushing for a specific zone, the other zone is pretty bad. So really hard. I don't know how you will get the perfect time zone, but it will
Right
be a
now,
challenge.
it would be based on the community feedbacks and adjusting to those who are like more engaged in the activities there and so in Discord communications with us. Later on, of course, when the game will be expanding, I think it would be the best to do separate tours for different. Um, um, Sorry, I forgot the word for different regions.
Mm.
But it's like it need a massive number of players
Yeah.
in both regions, or like so. Yeah, it's for the future. Right now, we will just adjust it based on the feedbacks.
If only we had millions of Web3 game players in the world, but right now we have, I don't know.
This our next goal.
Yeah, I'm not talking about double. I'm not talking only about White Forest. I'm talking about the overall Web3 gaming space, where you can see the number of players is really low, so really hard. But I guess everyone is pushing into the same direction. Do you have anything else you want to add for the leaderboard or the ranking system?
No, so overall, ranked mode is still very much work in progress as you see it. So we are iterating, testing, adjusting it step by step. I guess it's a work in progress for all the time we are like working on Wild Forest. And now we are trying to adjust it more to feedbacks as well,
Hmm.
not only our vision. So keep the feedback coming, and it really shapes what we do
Yeah,
next.
we got the change of the season days, and maybe there will be change on the reward side. So we continue, we iterate and see what player like and don't like. For the rank leaderboard, the last big topic of the day. Oh no, two. There is two more topics, I think. Is the launch of the account safe mode. Which is kind of the first step for scholarship system and everything. Can you explain what is the account safe mode, and what is good for managers about that?
Yeah, sure. So it's actually pretty simple feature to understand. Account save mode is basically a security control feature, mainly designed for players who share accounts with others, especially like lords and scholarship managers. So basically, here is like it look like on the profile. When your safe mode is turned on, the account can still be used to play in green, but it blocks a critical action that could damage the account's assets or like wasted use it
Mm.
basically for like rank ups, level ups, perk rolls, like forge units, depositing and withdrawing tokens. Buying items in the shop, buying premium battle pass, starting expeditions, and so on. So basically, it restricts account player from doing any spendings inside the game.
Okay, so mainly to make it simple, if you activate the safe mode on an account you want to give to a scholar, so of course you have to prepare the account, you have to create the account, you have to send the unit into the account. But when you activate this mode, your scholar won't be able to do anything. He won't be able to destroy your unit. He won't be able to destroy your gold. He won't be able to destroy your WF tokens you put into the account. He can do nothing except playing PvP and playing PvE. To make it simple, he
Mhm.
can play.
Yeah,
He can try to get
you can choose
stuff.
units for the deck
Yeah, he can choose. Of course, he
normally.
changed
So
the deck if the
yeah.
account have several units. But now you can breathe and not thinking about, oh, he will destroy my account. I give him a mystic unit and we just put it in the forge and destroy it, or he will reroll the perk and spend the WF tokens and everything. Is the first step of the scholarship system to make it easier for managers, at least to remove the stress of bad actors trying to get account just to destroy them.
Yeah, yeah. As you see here, the pop-up is not available because account in the safe mode, and that's it for the all major functions. So
And of course, the person who controls the safe mode, who can activate or deactivate the safe mode, is only the wallet owner.
yes, exactly. So turning the safe mode on or off requires a wallet signature. So scholars or anyone else cannot disable it on their own.
Yeah. And don't forget, when you're giving an account, don't give the wallet, don't give the seed phrase, don't give access to your wallet. You just have to give the email and password to launch the game. And after, they can just play the game, and you're pretty safe with that. Of course, this is the first step. It's not a full scholarship system when the player gets rewards and it's sent directly on the main wallet or stuff like that. It's a first step, but uh, as usual, if the system and the scholarship system is something that is still pretty present in the Web3 gaming and even in White Forest, I guess more feature can come later.
Yeah, yeah. So we for sure will be expanding the system over time, of course, based on feedbacks, adding more controls, more visibility, more flexibility for managers. So, yeah, so right now we are really encourage everyone who shares their accounts, who are scholarship managers, try the safe mode, turn it on and see how it works. And of course, as always, let us know how it feels and so what do you like to see next, because based on your feedbacks, on scholarship manager feedbacks, we will do next thing about
Yeah.
it.
And as usual, don't forget that the team is small. We're pushing a lot of stuff on the game, the PvE mode and everything. Of course, scholarship system is really good because you can say like, oh, it will be easier to give accounts to people. But only a tiny percentage of people doing this. Of course, there is big accounts thinking about Codit, Royal Milty, and everything who has tons of units and maybe trying to get some scholars. We got that in Axie in 2021, and it was a lot of work. Sometimes even people were hiring people to take care of the managers and everything, paying them just to take care of scholars. So it was pretty crazy, but I would say, of course, it's just my own opinion. It's not the main core of the game. You know, the main core of any game in Web three is not to have a scholarship system. The main core is to build a game that is pretty fun and bring in ton of player who playing for their own account. I think it's the main goal of
Sure,
any
but
game.
yeah, of course. But on the other hand, we are really supporting the scholarship
Yeah, of
programs
course,
and happy that scholarships are existing and increasing in quantity in the wild forest. So
of course,
we are happy
but
to support.
of course, but it's always like we say a balance of where we pushing the dev. This first step is already pretty huge for the security of all the wallets because giving a super strong mystic unit and getting destroyed just by sending in the forge can cost you hundreds of dollars. So this first step is pretty huge. Just saying that don't be too pushy to see a super huge scholarship system coming in White Forest because it takes time and the dev
True,
time is
true,
pretty precious in White Forest. So let's be happy that we
true.
have at least this safe mode. Even if you still have to manually take care of all your account and everything, sending unit and getting the reward, sending back to the main wallet and everything. Yes, it's tons of manual work, but yeah, pushing all the things takes a lot of time and I'm pretty happy with this safe mode. Even if I'm not doing any managing stuff, I don't have scholars and stuff like that. Still happy that at least the safe mode is now on White Forest.
Yeah, so let's go to the next phase.
I was waiting you to say something, just to say like, yeah, you're true, guillotine. All as always, you're
It's
true.
true. We are like discussing the same thing for a long time. Yeah, because it's true. We are preparing the next updates, but it's not the top priority. And yeah, as usual, feedbacks matter here because we actually did this first update based only on feedbacks. It
Yeah,
wasn't
it was.
that something that we originally planned.
Yeah, the safe mode was something manager was really struggling because, like I said, when you giving a super strong team to be in the top 10, it costs a lot of money, and you don't want to get it destroyed by someone with a bad intent because you never know on internet. Like the people can say, "No, I'm super good. I'm an angel and everything." He get your account and it just destroy all your units. Uh, I know
Mm,
it could be pretty scary.
yeah,
Before we going into the
sure.
AMA session with question, let's talk a bit about what's coming next in especially 2026 and the first months of 2026. So, what is the main
I'm not
priority we
ready.
can see?
I'm not ready to talk about whole
Not whole,
2026. So
just
sorry.
some ideas.
Yeah, okay. So, of course, the main thing that we are now prepared the infrastructure and validated that PV works. It was our major thing that we prepared for half a year, and now we see that it's live, it's working. Wild Pass is live, rewards, progression is here, and everything that functioning as it should function. And as I told you already before, now we shift our focus to expanding PV, making it more fun, adding variety, like carefully turning the reward balance. So yeah, and at the same time, we'll be adjusting it to support player acquisition. So our major goal with PV, as we discussed many times before, is onboarding new players, and now we are like almost at this point where we can really do it. So if we see that PvE help us really consistently bring and retain new players, then of course it makes sense to plan larger PvE features on top of it, like new maps and so on. So
Yeah, yeah. It's always the same where you put your capacity. Where is the result? Where is the best to retain players? Because that's what you need in the game. Retain
mhm.
players. And yeah, I guess I think PvE is the that was needed in the game. Even me, I'm playing way more White Forest because there is the PvE mode, and I'm at least doing 4 games at least on the PvE mode. I bought the white pies for that. I tried the PvP mode, got destroyed in the first game, of course, with my epic legendary team. So I'm focusing on PvE, and as any player, I would like to get more stuff in the PvE mode. But I understand the PvP mode where players are really enjoying the competition. So yeah, there will be things coming for sure in the next few weeks, few months. One thing before the AMA, can we talk about balance patch? I know it's always a topic for big competitive player. Where are we with that? Do we have a new approach, or we will continue to do as we did before?
Yeah, right now we are actually testing a new approach. Like who is active in Discord, especially lords, they noticed it for sure. So this is new approach to balance updates. Instead of relying on internal data and pushing changes from our side, without any discussion, we are trying a more feedback-driven flow. So we do it. Backwards as we did
Mm,
before. So first we collect feedback from players, then we run polls to see if these suggestions are really interesting for many players. Then we look at the actual unit and perk data inside the game, and will validate whether these feedbacks matches what we see in this data, and only then we making changes. So this is how it works like right now.
okay, I can see. I already see the Discord. It's always the same. Like when you're saying like community feedback, you always have people saying, "Oh, this unit is super strong. We need to nerf," and the other player is like, "Yeah, you want to nerf this unit because you got destroyed by this unit, so you to make it nerf, or you want this unit because you have it in your team and stuff like that." So
Yeah.
it's not a one way work. It's not like we only taking the community feedback. We're also taking the data and everything. The test of the game. The game design team is testing stuff and the units and trying to see if it's true or not. It's like any game with units is super hard to balance. But the team is
The
trying
hard
to
thing here that you actually don't have the best solution, because in any way there will be players who are not happy.
yeah, of course.
So we tried to doing it the other way around before, where we were purely data driven, and so we saw that the part of the core players base was very unhappy with some of the changes we did.
Mm,
But the data for us looked correct, so we should do the changes. But the feedback was not so good. So in the end, we discussed that we will try the other way around. Yeah, like right now, experimenting, going from feedback to the data, and we'll see if overall the community reaction to those changes will be better. So.
okay. So the focus, I think is pretty easy, and we have the treasure hunt launching. So we want to see if the data is good, if people like it, if people they want to try to get the grand treasure and everything. We have the update on the leaderboard. We have all the tuning on the PVE, especially on the rewards and everything. Now that we know the
Yeah.
game is running pretty fairly nice for everyone. Do you have any longer vision, especially for onboard players and maybe onboard Web 2 players?
Yeah, sure. We're like discussing it all the time together with ranked mode updates and PvE updates. of course, we want to simplify Web2 players onboarding, and so we also considering like adding in-game purchases with credit cards, so new players who don't know about wallets, Web3 stuff, would need much less interaction with Web3 part to progress in the game, at least on the like first steps. But actually, for now, we understand that it's like those updates are very hard to do. So it really need a lot of time for the
Mm.
team to prepare, and those updates make sense once our DIU is high enough. So it would be justified to like. Uh, to invest our time in this. So for now, we are moving step by step. First, stabilize PvE, grow player base with it. Of course, keep improving ranked mode on top of that. So it will be interesting and game for players. And only after we will move towards simplifying onboarding for Web2 players further.
Okay, when you're talking about in-game purchase via credit card, are you talking about like I'm playing on my phone, I have my Google account link with a credit card, I go in the
In-game
game
purchase,
and
like,
I click and I have directly the confirmation from Google and it takes on my
yeah,
credit
yeah.
card. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's about in-game, simple in-game purchases as you see in any Web2 game.
Okay, so I was thinking like maybe you could like uh, get some like like buyback of some common units, like super cheap one, and you sell it for like 20 cents or 30 cents or 50 cents on the in-game shop. So players who don't really know about crypto marketplace and stuff like that, they can just go on the shop and they say, oh, I don't have this unit, I want to buy it directly inside the game.
It sounds easy, but
Yeah, of
actually
course.
there are so many things that it's actually will like directly like inflate the price, of the unit first. Second, there is like so many restrictions for the game with which has in-app purchases in
Mm,
Apple and Google, and it need like a lot of like updates from us to working properly. So
mm.
it's maybe even technically it's not so like hard to do, but overall balancing all these, doing it in the right way so the game won't be banned
Yeah,
in
yeah.
in
It's more
Apple, for example, is
it's more like a
challenging.
way for really Web2 players who don't know anything about marketplace, and like when you click, you're not launched on the website. Like for example, your team, you send directly unit into some account. Like when they're winning a contest or anything, you can send directly a unit into any account. And I was thinking like maybe not buying the unit and then you redistribute the unit, but just say like we have 50 units of this specific unit in rare at
Mhm. Mm,
five at $3, and
mm,
thanks to that money we buying back the tokens, or we some part buying back the unit on the marketplace, and we just burn it
mhm.
directly to remove the supply.
Maybe.
um,
Mhm.
Something like this, just to have a way for players to buy a unit directly in the shop, and maybe every week is a different unit, or just pushing people who really don't know, because every time I'm playing, like Fableborn is doing pretty well with that, because you're playing with hero, and you can only buy the hero inside the game. They don't have the marketplace to buy a hero outside of that. But I was thinking like maybe our way could be to every week having one or two units in game shop where people
Mhm.
can buy. Maybe on the marketplace it will be like 20 cents to buy it. Like a common unit, it will be 20 cents. But maybe we can sell it for 50 cents or $1 on in-game shop. So crypto people who knows about the marketplace, secondary market, they know it's too expensive and they go on the secondary marketplace. But players who just want to buy with their Google account and credit card, they don't care to spend $1 on one unit, and just have the possibility to buy it easily. I think it's maybe something we can think about
Well, one
for
of the
the future.
ideas we can consider, yeah, for sure, for sure.
It's just how easy you can upgrade your account without getting out of the of the game. Like I'm a
Mhm.
player who really hate to launch a game, and they say like, oh, I can buy this. I buy, oh, it's launched on the website. You open the website on my phone and everything, and I'm like, oh, I was in the game. I just wanted to do everything in game.
That's
But I
true.
know it takes
It's
time.
true.
Of course, I know it takes time. We have to think about the tax about Google. We have to think about many, many other things. But I think it could
Yeah.
be cool. Or even just chess unit. Some chess unit, you can sell it directly in game shop. And all the profit you make with this, you can buy back some unit, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Always the
yeah.
same.
That was one
Um,
of the use, yeah, we
okay.
consider.
A lot of things. I know the team is taking a lot of ideas. I just giving mine, but I know it's important. I want to see the in-game shop. I want to see it full. Like I want to see a lot of things directly.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And it shouldn't kill the market also. So
yeah.
there is
Also,
a lot of
it's
things to
like
consider.
if people are buying with their Google account credit card, of course they have to be an impact on the NFT side. The money you get from one side have to be re-inject somewhere to reduce what we did on the in-game and everything. But I think we can do it. I'm pretty sure we can find a way to make it
Yeah, for
easier
sure,
for
for sure.
everyone without killing the market.
It will take time, of course, a bit, but yeah, this is one of the direction we are working.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's go for the AMA session. I think we did all the part on the what we prepared and what you prepared. All the big topic you wanted to talk about with the community. I have questions from the community we had on Discord or we received on DM. I give you the question and you give me just the answer. Uh, you okay with
I'm
that?
ready. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
let's
I'm
go
ready.
with that.
Okay.
First question. Several users are making proposal about a possible return of the league. So we're talking about the leaderboard, the rank
Yeah.
system. Based on previous data and mistake, is it possible to bring back the leagues since it was and is the fairest system for team matchup?
Yeah, for sure. It was a fairy system. I did like we had a lot of positive feedbacks when we did it, but also there were flaws. Um, is the major thing that we actually need a much bigger player base to work for it to work properly.
Yeah.
So right now, instead of those leagues, we are testing a new approach we already discussed, yeah, which today is leaderboard, and we will test the approach when there are different deck limitation for each of these short periods. So and this we hope will allow more players to participate fairly without like fragmenting the audience on the leagues too much. Because once again, when we are fragmenting our audience like this, there will be less players in each league, and like it will be harder to find an opponent. So leagues overall are not off the table. They just make more sense at a later stage when the DAU is higher.
Yeah, we tried it. I saw it was a good idea. I was pretty excited about it because I wanted to play in the Epic League, and there was so many flaws that shows that maybe it was not the best because it was always the same. Like, okay, you're playing on the Epic, but you need to have the full level 30 or full level 40 Epic team that only few people had. So all the other Epic players didn't really want to play because they're facing there was many flaws inside the league, and when you have a few players and you like slash them into 4 or 5 different division, you're just killing all division at the same time. So it was really hard, and I think it's something that you can only do when you have really tons and tons of players.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Of course, the leagues overall is a good idea, but yeah, we will maybe return to it later.
Yeah. Next question. The current metrics suggest we're facing some headwinds. The current leaderboard player counts to be a bit below 300, and the WF trading volume on DEX is quite slow. This raises a critical question about the long-term sustainability of the in-game economy and the project runaway. What is the team perspective on these figures? We greatly appreciate an update on the strategy to boost player acquisition, stimulate on-chain activity, and ensure the project's financial longevity as we move into the next phase. Keep up the great work on development.
Okay, thank you for the last one. So
Thank you for the last sentence because I didn't like you before that.
yeah. So yeah, first of all, I see the feedback that we have not a lot of player in leaderboard, and I always want to say that it's important to understand that leaderboard participation doesn't not represent the total game activity. Yeah, so leaderboard is actually an end game feature
Yeah.
in the wild forest. So for highly progressed players who are and it's totally not the entry point for majority of players. So overall, we have much more players than in the leaderboard. So and this is exactly why we shifted our focus towards survival mode, towards single player mode, yeah, and as the main onboarding funnel. So and PvE is our now primary tool to attract and retain new players, and that's why we are putting the most effort into it. So for ranked mode, as I mentioned earlier, we are testing, of course, the other formats with lower deck requirements on a certain days, and we also considering rewards random active players on the leaderboard. So there will be more interest from new players to join it. And we want to do it the way that keeps rewards meaningful, either also for strong decks, while giving the new players a real motivation to participate in the leaderboard as well. So yeah, and also there was a part about on-chain activity. Honestly, right now it's not a critical metrics for us. Of course, we can inflate it by injecting more rewards. But the value of this is questionable. Actually, our most of the interaction with game assets are in the game. Yeah. Like you need on-chain actions only when you minting units and so on. So basically, we are more looking for how players what they are doing inside the game than on-chain activity. Of course, if there will be a point where we for some reason will need to show this on-chain activity, we can get a couple of things done to increase it. But the priority right now is the gameplay health and player growth, especially for new players.
Yeah. The only on-chain activity which is token price and token volume maybe is the only metric that can be seen as really important. Let's be honest, all the other numbers are kind of bullshit. If we wanted, you can create 100,000 accounts on Ronin and creating on-chain activity because they click the signal fire for $0.0001. And what's the point to say that you have 100 wallet who was active on clicking one button? Doesn't mean anything. So all those bullshit numbers are not what we are interested in.
Yeah.
Of course, there is the token price, and don't forget the token price you see in dollar is really linked to the RON price we have because of the pool we have between RON and WF tokens. Against Ron, we are doing pretty good. We are still doing pretty good for the last few months. But because the Ron price was doing pretty bad, of course, the WF ending price in dollars is pretty bad too. But in Ron, it was pretty good. So that's the most important for me. Like, how we doing against Ron? How we doing against other games? Every Monday, I'm publishing on Twitter now how games on Ronin are doing against Ron and not against dollar. And you could see that for a long time, WF did pretty well. Of course, new projects coming, so they're getting the top spot and everything. But when you checking every week, we're not like down super high numbers. We are doing pretty good, and it's because we're pushing updates. People are trying those updates, and they enjoying the PvE mode and everything. So that's the most important, I think, on-chain value that we looking. All the daily active user, weekly active address, how many click you did, and blah blah blah. It's just bullshit numbers. That not even be. If you're interested with that, just create bots. Here we are with players. Have
Yeah,
to say.
that's true. That's true.
Next question: any plans to do some collabs with other games to attract more people in White Forest?
Yeah, we are planning it, and actually, I just had some calls with other games this week. But we actually doing it with caution because our past experience showed that the most game-to-game collaboration are not very effective in terms of long-term attention of players. So players usually don't stay in either of the games because like like they are always fans of the game they are like coming from, and to like engage them in activities and playing our game is quite hard. So but as always, we are open to new experiments, integrations, and we will continue to testing formats, especially now when we have PvE, and we hope that will like really simplify onboarding in Wild
Mm.
Forest. So
Yeah, I think the thing is Web3 space in general is really small, and all the games are struggling to find players. And usually, when you're strong players on one game, you really kind of don't care about other games because you're already spending time and money on one game, which is sometimes already a lot for just people.
mhm.
Uh, if we I think if we really want to bridge something and talk a lot about White Forest, I don't think people are interested with another Web3 games. Maybe it could be an IP outside crypto, an IP outside Web3 games, and they say, okay, we signing with this, even with just the skins on everything. If you sign with Marvel, then I think all the crypto space we talk about, oh, this game has a Marvel skin, official ones. You can play with Iron Man. What the hell? I think could be more effective. Of course, I'm taking a super huge name outside, but what I mean is like it's cool to work with other games. I talk with a lot of community manager from different game. They show me their game and everything, and I was like, oh, it's super cool, it's really nice, I like it. But at the end, I'm just playing the games, already struggling to find time. There are so many games launching on the web strip space that it's really hard to play all of them. So yeah, I don't know if they are super effective or not, but I think it's better to have one big surprise than just announcing the 15th 15th partnership of the year. uh
The
I don't
thing
know.
is, it also takes quite a lot of time from the team to like prepare any meaningful, interesting, really interesting
Yeah,
collaboration here. So the skins, for example, is enormous amount of work for the team. And so, like when we are talking about collaboration with new game or creating a new unit, what's best? Best? What do you think?
I think
Mm.
creating Iron Man new unit, I think, is most important. But it's just my my own opinion.
Okay, if we can get the Marvel IP for free,
Can we get Homer
I'm going.
Simpson? Can we get Homer Simpson as a unit? The big guy walking in the forest and launching
It would be
donuts. He's
awesome.
launching donuts. But yeah, of course, strong IP are super expensive, so we're not playing in the same stuff than Fortnite or stuff like that. We are at our level, but we have to find some surprise. I'm pretty sure there will be some ideas we can take um, with with outside world, I would say.
And also, it is really meaningful when we really simplify onboarding for Web2 players. So
Yeah,
basically, we still need to increase a bit our DIU, then simplify a bit more onboarding, for example, with in-game purchases and so on. And then to do something like Iron Man in the game.
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure. If you if you're spending tons of stuff and tons of money for IP and everything, you really need to be sure that your Web2 onboarding is perfect, and not struggling with two marketplace outside the game and the waypoint account, and I don't know all the struggle you can have as a new player. Okay, next question. The mystic unit that you can win in the chest are going to be bought back from market or created from nothing?
For now, we don't plan buybacks, but it is a possible option for future.
You mean like, okay, the mystic unit you can get in the chest has, for example, in the largest chest in PvE.
Yes,
Okay, okay,
yes, that's one.
okay. Can people buy the white pass with crypto and or credit card? Well, with
Wild Pass
crypto
can
you
be
can.
bought with USDC.
USDC.
Yeah. Yeah, for the credit card purchases, as I already said, that
Yeah,
this
it's
is
the
one
talk we had
what
before.
we are considering in the future. Yeah, and it's a really big technical challenge, and at current scale, it's a bit irrelevant. So we will do it later.
Hmm. What's going to happen with the USDC used to buy the wild pass? Is there a percentage for buyback, all for the team?
At the moment, the revenue from WildPass is actually not so big to do anything with it. In the future, when we have a sustainable revenue stream earned in USDC, it can be used for liquidity, rewards, or perhaps even buybacks. And here, if the market improves and WF token and RON recover, we'll definitely consider other options, including buybacks. But yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's
now, the amount is tiny, really.
yeah, it's business. I mean, Axie did the I think Sky Mavis did the mistake with Axie. All the revenue they made, it was into the community treasury. Like 100% of the all the revenue was into the community treasury. The problem is at the end they had no money, and now they don't even push update or Origin or classic games because all the money pushed on those games go to the community treasury, not into their account to pay developers and everything. And like any Web3 project, and even outside gaming, you need sustainability. It's a business. You have people you employ people. You have to pay
Yeah.
them in USDC or dollars, and for that you need revenue in your game. So of course, when we will make $1 million per day, thanks to White Forest, there will be a part maybe for buybacks, as you said, rewards, liquidity, and everything. When the revenue is tiny, unfortunately, the main focus is to pay employees and running the company. So as long
The
as
same for
you,
treasury packs, yeah, sale
yeah,
that we just discussed. For now, it's for team, but in the end of the day, if everything will go well, of course, we are happy to use it to buybacks, to liquidity, and so on.
well, you take $2 on the treasury end, right? So
Yes,
it's not
yes,
like
we will
100%,
do it. Yeah.
but the main focus, of course, is to run the company and paying people to keep pushing updates on the game, talk about the game. So there could always be a part for buybacks and everything, but the main focus is at least growing revenues first, if you want to make it for many years. Last two question quickly. Excuse me, my account cannot make a withdrawal with the message with the message 500 server error. What's the solution? This is a
Yeah,
Sasha technique CTO.
yeah, I asked you to add this question because like I see some of the new players struggling with it, so I want to say about it here. So yeah, usually it happens because something went wrong during logging. So actually, your logging wasn't done properly. So what you need to do is logging out completely check your browser data, maybe delete the browser data and try to log in again. And basically recommend to use wallet login instead of running waypoint, because for running waypoint, it's usually more times it's not working than working. So yeah, we maybe need to change the buttons there. We still need running waypoint, because for example, for scholars, they will need to log into the platform with their email. Yeah,
Mm,
so
with email
running a
and password.
waypoint, yeah, will still be there. But basically, the major thing to logging in the game with wallet is wallet login, as you can
Mm.
see this button in the game. So yeah, if the issue persists, you always can go to support, so and uh, like ask for the solution there.
Okay, perfect. Support is always the last thing you have to do. Send ticket and you should get a technical answer. Last question of the week. Can we migrate assets on Ethereum network, or I guess any network, like Axie, instead of pairing with Ron? Ethereum will give 10 time 10 multiply 10 time at least more value to WF. Why
Yeah,
do you want to migrate? Do you want to migrate White Forest into another network?
technically it's possible, but it would also mean much more expensive transaction. And migration complications are big piece of work. Yeah, so being on any chain would won't give anything for granted, so we will still need to gain exposure there. And for now, ROI of this don't seem to be enough to do it. So we see that new onboarding really works, and we see that it could give us more way. Yeah, so we will do it. But for now, it doesn't seem the priority.
Yeah, just too many blockchains. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't understand why 90% of blockchain exists. I don't even understand what their utility compared to others. Getting into another, like, with so many games, going into another blockchain, like Abstract or Immutable X or cross blockchain, or even, I don't even remember the names. Usually it's because you get a money grant, and they say like, oh, we want your game on our network and we pay you x amount of dollars to pay for devs and everything to push your game also in our network. I don't know if it brings a lot of new players, seeing the activity of the web3 space overall. um, I don't know,
Yeah, but
it's
right now it's actually not so good overall market situation. But we're still considering it and working on it. So, but yeah, expanding is to other networks is one of the things that we are thinking about, but I can't share any details right now. I just can say that we are considering it.
Yeah, it's just seeing the option, and maybe some blockchain can pay good amount of money because they have nothing and they want at least one game on their blockchain. But yeah, it's something that has to be discussed. And if one day we have, it's not maybe removing Ronin network and getting into another
No,
blockchain. It's
no.
just like adding another blockchain to the
Yeah,
possibilities inside the White Forest. Um,
yeah, we are
it
talking only about multi-chain, not
yeah,
going to other chain.
yeah, it's
No.
not like removing Ronin. As long as Ronin is running, I don't see any good point to change completely, except if someone is maybe giving $10 million. I don't know if someone launched a new blockchain and push $10 million and 5 million in the rewards for community. Maybe we can completely change, but I don't think it will happen how I see the market right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
To be honest. Okay, thanks a lot, Sasha. It's more than
Actually,
1 year.
I have one more point to discuss. You know that we have celebration today. Do
Is
you
it
know what date is it today?
1 year I'm perfectly working in White Forest? No.
No.
No. What is the day today? December 12th.
Yeah.
It's your birthday?
No, it's
No.
1 year from TGE, you know.
Oh, 1 year from TGE. Okay. Yeah, completely forgot it was last year, December 12th.
Yeah.
Hey, we survived.
And
We survived more after the TGE than Chronoforge. I don't know if you saw Chronoforge close the door 3 months after TGE.
mhm.
We are still alive, even
Yeah,
1 year after
and we are
TGE.
here and we are building, and more updates are coming. And actually, these 3 months, I guess we did like enormous amount of updates again. And actually, to celebrate this date and upcoming Christmas, New Year, we will start a marketing campaign with a lot of rewards inside the game.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
yeah, wait a bit for details. Major of them will come on Monday, I guess. We just with the sale and PV, we just didn't have enough time to prepare everything because, as you know, Steam is really small.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we are like optimizing everywhere we can to survive and to be here for a long, long time. So yeah, but the campaign is coming, and I hope everyone will enjoy it. I like fight as much as I can for the bigger rewards there.
Big jackpot. A big
Yeah,
jackpot for Christmas.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, there will be a campaign to celebrate all their holidays, all their occasions. So stay with us and enjoy, and see you in the forest.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Sasha, for today. We were a bit more than 1 hour, but we had a lot of things to discuss. Thanks everyone who watching on YouTube, everyone watching on Twitter. There will be the replay, I think, on YouTube. I think it's recorded directly, so it should be okay if you want to rewatch everything. I see. Normally, I will do a quick recap tomorrow. No, we are what, Friday? Yeah, normally tomorrow I could do a quick recap of the live. And wish you a good weekend. Wish you a good Christmas if I don't see you before that, and see you later on Discord.
See you. See you.
Bye
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 bye.
everyone, and
Thank
thanks a
you.
lot.
Bye bye.